Hey guys. All right. So I am using a new outlet to record my videos on. Hopefully you guys can see this. Hopefully it comes out clear. Please do me a favor and support my channel by hitting the like button, like the video, subscribe to my channel, and also hit the bell notification to be notified when I do post a video. I hope all is well with you. I hope you can hear me. I really appreciate everything that you guys have done for me just by being here, by communicating with me. We're pulling the cards in regards to the twin flame journey that we've been all on. Could be twin flame, it could be something, but I'm just going to go ahead and pull the messages here. Bottom of the deck is timing and intention. I'm trying to understand how my thoughts create my reality. I know I need to stay positive. Are you? So, are you staying positive in the process of this twin flame journey? That's the thing that you need to ask yourself. That's how we get our energies and where we are starting to look at things and kind of get upset because things aren't happening the way we want them to be. So, again, another time and intention cards come out. I'm praying you'll come back after everything that's happened between us. I worry that you won't forgive me and allow me another chance. So this person wants another chance when it comes to dealing with you. When it comes to the journey that you guys have been on, I excuse me. I always felt I had a higher calling in life, and our connection brings me more clarity on it. So now this person is ready to act when it comes to how they feel about you. So this is their mission, is to act and to understand the connection that you guys all have. And then we have growth. I'm going through physical and emotional ascension symptoms. I need space to rest, but from a higher perspective, I am releasing old energy. So that may be a good thing that they're releasing old energy, and so that is called growth. And then the karmic ties. I am struggling with codependency. I'm afraid to let go of my old coping mechanisms. So I don't know if you guys watched my read from the other day. This exact card came out because of the fact that this person is so used to things being a certain way, their way, holding on to the past. That is a part of the karmic ties. And so they are trying to figure it out, I guess, or they're understanding now because it seems to me like you removed your energy from the situation. And so that's just kind of how I see that. I've been giving my power away to people in my life. I'm learning to set boundaries. So the power that they give away is the power of worrying about other people and their opinions. And so this is where you differ from, you care how people, see you or how people, um, feel about you, but you don't really care about their opinions, or at least you might be at the point to where you're not around here trying to actually care about how someone else can feel in regards to how they perceive you. You're not a people pleaser, and you're not people pleasing. If you were doing it at one point, you're not anymore. You're over it. All you're trying to do is to build a life, to have a foundation, and to go from there. And so that is how I see this energy. Again, I just feel like when it comes to the way you feel, your intentions are slightly different. Your intentions are slightly different, or at least they have changed. Yeah, fragmented come out. The picture is incomplete. A split in your energy, too many things going on at once, and having too many options. You feel like this person has too many options, and so therefore you took a time off. It says time off. Taking time to relax, taking care of yourself first, doing things that make you happy and enjoying life more, because you have been stagnant when it comes to this situation. And then the owl. You guys, if you follow me, the owl is everything to me. This is my favorite aunt, who was actually a Cancer, who passed away a while ago. This was her favorite animal, and I never knew what she meant when she said, the owl sees everything. And whether you know it or not, it's some type of connection. And I feel like I have a connection with her when it comes to the owls showing his face. So it's just a matter of these coming out. It just makes me feel all googly and warm inside, because I know that that means that she's watching me. And she, you know, and I always said to myself, I've always wanted to be like her. I've always wanted to be that understanding nurturer, the true Queen of Cups energy, somebody who's loving, you know, and understanding and sees through you, and will be there empathetically listening to how you do things and how things need to be, but you know, won't judge you. And until you give her a reason, then you know, it's just all unconditional love. And so it makes you feel, when you get, when you find someone who makes you feel fragmented, and that takes, you know, you to remove your energy when it comes to dating or just everything, you know, that's just how you feel. You don't want to date anyone, you don't want to move on, but this person has to learn to set the boundaries when it comes to you, or when it comes to how you do things. Sorry, I'm cutting the air conditioner on. It is early, but it's hot outside right now, and it's, the sun is shining through. But yeah, I just feel like you know, you have a way of doing things, and so this person has to heal, and in turn you have to be open to see somebody. It says dating, being open to love, seeing somebody specific, going on more dates, and feeling good and flirting. I don't think yours is actually about dating. I think you're feeling good and flirting, and therefore it may be misconstrued as it being a date, and that's not what it is. And so that's how I kind of see when it comes to this energy, if that makes sense. So I just feel like, yeah, there is a lot of regret going on, and hidden feelings. So the hidden feelings of the past is, it says they could be in denial or trying to control the situation by suppressing their feelings until they release the need to control. These feelings will build. And so again, they're too busy, again in codependent situations. You know, they're too busy in these codependent situations, and therefore they feel like these codependent relationships make them validate who they are. And also they are trying not to release their control in all the situations, especially when it comes to their feelings. But divine timing is at play, and there's a resolution happening. So hold on, let me make room for this. You see, I bought these little things. I think they're so cute. So anyway, it says regret, living in the past with regrets can't living in the past with regrets can take a toll on your mental health. Start making positive choices to live a happy and empowered life. And so that is what you're doing when it comes to this situation. You are taking control, and the resolution comes. You are reaching the end of a cycle, or about to start a new one. The answer you seek are about to be revealed to you. So that all happens in divine timing. And that's the reason why divine timing is here. Behind every twin flame journey, there is a divine plan and a divine time for accomplishing it. It says, don't focus on when, but how you can learn from it. And so that is what you're learning from this situation. But not only you are learning, it's both of you, and your energies are learning this situation. But again, timing and intentions. I'm trying to understand how my thoughts create my reality. So the thoughts and the holding on to the past, you know, they probably have a garage full of stuff, trinkets, you know, in their home, when it comes to how what they feel like validates them. And you probably look at it and roll your eyes and be like, okay, you know, I get it, you know, going from there. And so that's just, you know, you understanding and being empathetic about how a person feels validated. And that's what you've tried to do in this situation. And therefore it's not a point that you feel like you're over it. You're over the codependency. You're over them holding on to the past relationships and saying, you know, this is what this person did, this is what that person did, and this is what I'm used to, and you know, my family this and my family that. And you're like, fuck your family, respectfully. I just need you to understand that, you know, when you build a legacy or when you build a foundation with somebody, sometimes your family has to go on the back burner, meaning that your relationship should come first. But that is where they have no, you know, they can set boundaries with the things that they're used to, but they can't set boundaries with the people and the situations that they've been through. And therefore, that's what they're learning, if that makes sense. You know, they're learning that. It says, I'm praying you'll come back after everything that happens between us. I worry that you won't forgive me and allow me another chance. And so this could be the seventh, the eighth, the ninth, the 10th chance, but you're just like, it's not even about what you say or how you feel. It's about you understanding that you have to respect what I am saying, because I'm not saying anything to you. I'm just saying that the older you get, you can't keep living off of this same shit. It's like, yeah, semi-sextile is at the bottom of the deck. Listen, allowing opportunity with effort. So they're making the effort now. You see that now. It's up to you if you're going to actually let this be a part of your new journey. So that's just kind of how I see it, because things are happening for you, because divine timing is at play. And it says again, you are reaching the cycle. You are reaching the end of a cycle, or about to start a new one. The answers you seek are about to be revealed. So that is what it is. But the regret is they're regretting living in the past. Living in the past with regrets can take a toll on your mental health. Start making positive choices to live a happy and empowered life. This person has been stagnant, no matter how much they want to admit it. They've been stagnant. And then the semi-sextile comes with allowing. See, they allowed the codependent energies to keep them stagnant, even though they might be moving forward financially. Mentally, they're still trapped in the old phase of their life. So, an example, and don't get mad at me, excuse me. Steven Tyler, my favorite. Love, 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 love. And I think he had some type of he's in some type of program right now, because he stopped his thing in Vegas or whatever. And so, again, I'm saying that because he's the favorite, but he looks exactly, minus the wrinkles and everything else, the way he did years ago, with the same outfits, the same hair, everything. If you want to look at, Prince, or you can go back to even Allen Iverson. I love all of them. Those are all the Geminis that I love. I'm not sure what Steven Tyler is, but just look at Prince, look at Allen Iverson, look at you know, all of these people who hold on to what they were used to, and that stops them. And I'm not saying, because I don't know Steven Tyler's relationship, or nor Allen Iverson's relationship, but I'm just saying, when you are holding on to the old coping mechanisms of you then I yesterday I said about Tom Cruise and his movie, um uh Top Gun Maverick, because that was basically the theme of it 35 years later. So again, people hold on to the past because they don't know how to let go of that old ego. And that's what it is. And so once this person identifies with that, it's going to be a hard, and it's a dark night of the soul when it says, I'm going through physical, and this is part of the growth. I'm going through physical, emotional ascension symptoms. I need space to rest, but from a higher perspective, I'm releasing old energies. So they have to learn how to release it, because it says, I'm struggling with codependency. I'm afraid to let go of my old coping mechanisms. So they feel like, again, it's taken away from them. Yesterday, I made the analogy of, Andre 3000 with the Players Anthem, keep your heart, 3 stacks, keep your heart, because he's marrying someone. And the way that people see a person who has had a successful or overpopulated, I'm not saying overpopulated, I apologize, or has had a actual relationship, or not relationship, but a wild life, in the past. That's what they hold on to. And so that's what the image of people pleasing is, what they kind of hold on to. And so that means that there's no room for growth there. There's no room for growth. And that's the reason why, let's say this, the first house come out. So the first house is the body, identifying the consciousness and the ego. So that ego has to be let go. Beauty and character. Listen, that person will always be who they, they'll always be that same person, but with growth, meaning that if you haven't changed in the past 10 years, then you won't grow. You won't grow. You won't know what it's like to grow. You won't, and you'll keep holding on to that old hairstyle, that old the old clothing. People get older, they get fat, they might not, they get healthier, they get more spiritual, or if that makes sense. So they're holding on to life when, they were living in the limelight, and that's beautiful and dandy. But to a person that already sees straight through the bullshit, that's the problem, where you're having this back and forth thing, the fragmented energy, taking the time off, but knowing that in divine time and things will work. The resolution is that for you, it's the end of a cycle. It's the end of a cycle. And that's just how things go. So the owl says deep shadow work, witchcraft magic, inner wisdom, and spiritual evolution. You're having a spiritual evolution, and this person is actually getting rid of their old karmic ties. And so in the process of it takes for you to do this, though. It takes for you not to be there at their beck and call in order for them to really see what it's like to be in love, to see, jagged edge. I say that, but to see what people and how people are perceived when it comes to the past, and I think that's what we're learning, is that these people are so busy holding on to it, and that that's baggage. Even though you hate to admit it, that it's baggage. When you hold on to the old pain, when you hold on to the old lives, it's about growing, and it's about learning from the things that we go through, right? And so again, it goes back to the first house and the 10th house. But listen, beauty and character, they're always going to be beautiful in your eyes, and their character is why you fell in love with them. Nature, and so they might be in nature, some type of gateway, and it's beginning. So once they get out of this ego type energy, life philosophy, so they've learned a lot from life. And so again, that has taught them not to trust, or it's taught them how to kind of be in this not stagnant situation, because again, they've walked around, even though they don't feel like it's people pleasing, they've been people pleasing people to stay in that same thing. And that's just like, you see everybody else growing, and you don't see anybody else holding on to the shit. But then when they see them, oh yeah, remember when you did this, bringing up old conversations. They say don't have old conversations, because it brings up past things. And you're moving forward. You're not staying stagnant. And that's the thing that you have to understand when it comes to old emotions, old feelings. But again, the hidden feelings are here. They could be in denial or trying to control the situation by suppressing their feelings. See, they're suppressing them because they realize that they're growing up. They can't be a Toys R Us kid anymore. If you remember, I don't want to grow up, because baby, if I did, I wouldn't be a Toys R Us kid. So that's the old past that they're holding on to, if that makes sense. Jeffrey had to let go of Toys R Us, and that was just, we all had to let it go, because mentally that was a store that we all went to. If you have a particular age, I think Toys R Us closed like 3 or 4 years ago, or something like that. But everybody should remember Toys R Us kids and Jeffrey the Giraffe. But that was where we, as our childhood, we kind of could relate to. We can all look back and say, I remember going to Toys R Us, even if you went in and didn't buy anything, but you remember the commercials, you remember going down the aisles, things like that. So anyway, with and then the first house also is having an awakening. So if you're having an awakening, or if this person is having an awakening, it's because this is the mission of growth. The timing and intentions have to happen, but the karmic ties have to be released, and then they have to have a realization. I've been giving my power away to people in my life. I'm learning to set boundaries. So that is what everybody has to do at some point. They have to learn to set the boundaries. So listen, the 10th house is your career. So whatever they used to do in the past, they have to change or either make it better. The reputation. Again, when somebody comes and says to them, oh, remember this, that makes them go back to the glory days. But the glory days are no longer. Right now, we're in a stage of internet-based days. And so everything is about the career, which is transforming to internet-based things, and so yes, you can post the pictures of the past, but you can't hold on to the past, if that makes sense. The fame, the legacy, this could be hood fame, this could be fame of a football player who used to be the high school jock, and now they're the old coach, but they still are in, they're the old high school coach now because they didn't make it, and it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But again, they still in their eyes are trying to live vicariously through the other people. Does that make sense? I'm saying it, no disrespect to any coaches or anything like that, but I'm just saying that's just basically what happens. But in that process, I believe that people become coaches because they realize the things that they were lacking in when they were younger, the struggles that they had. However, some coaches just do it for the 5-minute fame, you know. Some coaches do it, even though they don't really get paid for it. They do it, meaning high school coaches. I'm not saying, you know, if you're an NFL coach, hey, maybe the same thing, but you know, they realize the things that they could have had help in if they're truly a great coach, and then they turn around and they put that into their teachings or into things like that. But some coaches only care about their family, and they get their family there and make them go ahead because of things that they know that they are capable of doing and trying to get the notoriety. Anyway, let's move on from that. And let me tell you, from my experience of being a football mom for 11 years, yeah, I know this. I know this. So anyway, the legacy, you know, how see, and the legacy of what they're trying to hold on to is a legacy of being that cool person. And then maybe to you, it's like it's not even a legacy. The people you're holding on to, the people you need to learn to set boundaries with, are not telling you the truth. They're the yes people. They're the people pleasers. They're not telling you the truth of what it's really like to grow up in a world full of people not just kissing your ass, right? So their public image, again, back to where it goes to the Steven Tyler analogy. You know, the Steven Tyler analogy comes from them actually not even wanting to change the way that they look. You know, people grow up. Hell, even Mr. Biggs cut that hair off. You get what I'm saying? Like, when you learn that this whole you mature it, you change it up, you get better with it. You don't hold on to the old braids that never grow. Oh God, I'm sorry. You don't hold you don't hold on to, you know, certain things. It's just certain things we did as youth that we cannot keep going on to or going on through. And I'm just saying, you know, it's one thing to have an old sports car, and it's another thing to, you know, still drive. Sorry, no disrespect, respectfully, okay? But I saw this one guy who had remember the Back to the Future car? He was he had the old Back to the Future car. And it was him and his wife. Now, and this is what I say to you about them living in the past and the old coping mechanisms. He had the Back to the Future car. Not saying that he didn't have another car, but he went to the grocery store and went grocery shopping. And I was sitting in the grocery store waiting for my son to come out. And he walked out. I seen the Back to the Future car. Now we're in love with all of the old school cars. So I seen the Back to the Future car, and then he comes out, him and his wife, his little short guy. You know, they say short guys, short man complex. But anyway, just playing. Sorry. No, I'm not. But he walks out of the store, and they have all of these groceries here. He had to figure out how he was going to lift the door up, right? Lift it up and put all of the groceries, like hella bags of groceries, in a car with no trunk, in a car with no type of storage in there. It was only a two-seater. You know, that gray car is what I'm talking about. I can't. A Mandalorian. No, Mandalorian is the a DeLorean. A Mandalorian is Star Wars. DeLorean, I think is what it's called. But he had to figure out how to get the groceries in there. That's what I mean by that. That old coping mechanisms of, yeah, you knew, and even if you had another car, yeah, it's one thing to be cool to go into a it's one thing to be cool and go into a uh down in a car show or something like that, or just drive it when you don't have family things to do. And that's what I mean by that. You know, those that type of energy is like, you knew that you could not fit anything in that car. Now, if you had another car or times were hard, granted, I understand that. But sometimes people hold on to things, and they know that if you have a Corvette and you decide down the line that you want to have a baby, what happens? You're going to have a baby, a Corvette with a car seat in it. Come on, two-seater. Like, that's a part of the stagnation that happens when people are afraid to let go of the coping mechanisms. Now, this card came out exactly with the same other card, the stardom. Again, the same thing, achieving high school social status. So, oh my God, I can't make this up. So when it comes in famous and entertainment, social media famous. So again, when it comes to holding on to the past, this is what I mean by that. Patience, master the ability to wait. That's what you've done. Prepare and take care of the details. Don't act if the timing isn't right. And so that's why it took you so long to be able to walk away. And this card came exactly out too. The path to intimacy. It showed his face, and I remember because it was showing listen, learning about your sexual behaviors, discovering your true sexual nature. Sexuality plays an important role. So again, if somebody feels like you're beautiful, just like cancer, say for instance, to this guy with the DeLorean. I hope I'm saying that right. With the DeLorean, if he was able to, you know, fulfill your mental, physical and emotional needs, your intimacy with this person will be over the wall. But something about this tells me that you walked away because it's a one-sided energy. And that's where they are starting to learn to set their boundaries. I've been giving my power away to people in my life. The past, the stardom, the way somebody, the reputation. This is what I'm used to, So you took a time off. And so in that process, I'm going to pull a tarot for you, a couple of tarot cards for you, and I'm going to pull some for them. This is a female oriented tarot card. It doesn't mean that this may not resonate with you, but this is like a masculine card deck to me as well. So I'm going to pull from the female energy to see what comes out. Look at all these cards that come out. So, yep, Ten of Swords energy. So, listen, the Ten of Swords energy is feeling like a failure. Look at all the work here piled up. Can you see? Look at all the work piled up. She's working. She's doing everything it takes, but she still feels like, because the Ten of Swords energy is either backstab or feeling like a failure. But all of the things that's happening, she's still trying to work through that. She's still trying to work through the ego, still trying to work through all of the situations when it comes to, sorry, I have to pick this up. When it comes to how, she has to do things, he or she has to do things with this, still continue to go on with somebody making you feel less than, or not putting all the attention into you, if that makes sense. And so then we have the Page of Cups energy. So the Page of Cups energy is opportunities and it's invitation and it's affection. But we also have the Tower moment, which kind of comes out unsure. So the Tower moment, if it's in the reverse, right? If the Tower moment is in reverse, it's stormy times, restlessness. If it's in the upright, it's disruption and a change of life and having an awakening. So you are kind of conflicted when it comes to this Hermit energy. And I say you because I think this is your energy here. The Hermit energy, retreating from distraction to determine your own truth when it comes to you being the Knight of Pentacles, right? So the Knight of Pentacles is you can't get the results without first doing the work. Show up, work hard, and keep pushing every day. That's why you're still working, because you want the results of happiness, but the conflict is like you'll do anything. This is a Five of Wands. So the Five of Wands is strength, competition, and conflict. But you're going to do everything it takes to make this person feel loved. Again, just like I said, the analogy of the person with the shopping bags, all the shopping bags in a two-seater, or the Corvette in a two-seater with a car seat. All of those things you're going to do just to make this person happy. And then it's just like you have to breathe deeply in times of chaos, because somebody is not willing to be at a point to where they can really see. So that's where the growth has to come in on your part. But then you also realize that you have to take a time off from this energy, because you're setting boundaries for yourself, and therefore this person needs to set boundaries with everyone else to get out of this what I'm used to type energy. So the cards that come out is, okay, yep, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. See, you removed your energy, and the Justice. So the Queen of Pentacles in reverse is excuse me, like indifference, disappointment, and financial issues. Again, this holding on to the past is causing a lot of energy, especially when it's not really benefiting you. Does that make sense? And so that is the regret that it's happening. You're regretting the time that you spent when it came to this person, and they're asking you, I'm praying for you. I'm praying you'll come back after everything that's happened between us. I worry that you won't forgive me and allow another chance. So that comes out with the Queen of Pentacles energy. And then in the reverse, and then the Justice card in reverse is here. So the Justice in reverse is unfairness, feeling guilty, and feel like you're being punished. Again, everything you've done when it comes to the romance, the past, seeing things when it comes to the love energy with the Six of Cups, and the romance, the love and nostalgia that you have for this person, makes you feel like this emperor is only out for self, and so this person is reflecting that you're not giving to the situation because you feel like there was unfairness, and now they're realizing that not only is what they've done is the issue. Wait, where's the card deck? Oh, right here. Not only what they have done is the issue, they're willing to give you the sun, the moon, the stars, and the quavars, because this is the heart, the unknown energy. They don't know how you feel in regards to that. They've been watching you. They see you sparkling. They see you're putting water in your cup. They see that the cat is there. I don't know. And that your heart is there, but they're trying to now change from what it was. And the emperor would normally be stability, power, and authority. But for some reason, it tells me that they don't feel this way. They feel like they're writing letters to you or based on your experience, because you've removed your energy from them. This is how you guys were young going into it. And this is how, this person is alone. This emperor doesn't feel, yeah, because of the heartbreak that they caused you. You found a way out. You sought liberation. And they realize that they have to come to you correctly. When it comes to the chariot, you guys, I can't make this up. So the chariot energy is moving forward confidently, and so that is what you ended up doing when it came to this situation, because now the judgment card is here. This person is having a realization that they have been a part of the problem this whole time, and the star energy is here at the bottom of the deck. So that's your energy is the Ten of Swords. Through everything, the Ten of Swords energy is feeling like like there was a sudden ending, that you failed the situation, and that at some point you felt like you were backstabbed, right? But the star energy tells this person, no matter the situation they find themselves in, there is always hope. Have faith, be optimistic, and focus on self-care, which is the energy that you had portrayed to yourself at one point, to focus on it. You went into hermit mode and went from there. And so now it's time for this person to understand that same thing and to work on themselves. And also, like they said, I'm praying that you'll come back after everything that's happened with us. I worry that you won't forgive me and allow me another chance. And then it says, I always felt I had a higher calling in life, and our connection brings me more clarity on this. Wait, on it. Okay. And then it says growth. I'm going through physical, emotional, ascension symptoms. I need space to rest, but from a higher perspective, I'm releasing old energy. That's what you did. And that's why it says taking time off right here. And it says karmic ties. I struggle with codependency. I'm afraid to let go of my old coping mechanisms. And so that is what they're realizing. And then it says karmic ties. I've been giving my power away to people in my life. I'm learning to set boundaries. You did this, and now by walking away from them and not just going with the flow, who wants to play video games? Maybe somebody I like video games, but when it comes to a relationship, sometimes you want more than that. Sometimes you want more than just to sit there and to make this person happy. Sometimes you want to do things for yourself and not just work your way through it. And so that's the reason why, the time off and the regret is here, and this person is having a reflection of what it is, and their hidden feelings. They're really starting to see what it is that you brought to the table and how it is that they have to change this. And then I'm trying to understand how my thoughts create my reality. I know I need to stay positive. Are you? So you have been positive through this, but now they're questioning your positive energy. And that's the reason why they're praying that you'll let them come back after this wild time. So the resolution is, it's like you are reaching an end of a cycle, and or about to start a new one. The answers you seek are about to be revealed to you. And so that is what it is that you have going on. It's going to be revealed to you. You have to make a decision on if that's something that you want or you need for your life, and go from there. So I'm going to go ahead and pull from the crystal deck and go from there. You know what? No, I'm going to pull from the Four Agreements. I love you guys to hear the Four Agreements, because the Four Agreements are really good. It's a really good book by Don Miguel Ruiz, and it's the Four Agreements in life that that came up. Be impeccable with your word. Speak it with integrity. So say only what you mean. Avoid using the word to speak against yourself or to gossip about others. Use the power of your word in the direction of truth and love. And so you've been doing that, but again, when you get back to the point to where somebody is worried about excuse me, when you get to the point to where, you know what, this just stuck out to me. because the path to intimacy is not through video games. And that's where the conflict is coming in at. You want to be intimate. That's what I just saw that. I didn't think about that until I looked over there. The path to intimacy is like you've been fighting far too long about this situation. Video games is exciting to you, but intimacy is more exciting to me. And at some point, we need to come to an agreement of what it is that we need to do for this situationship, and not always about what you're used to. So again, don't have old conversations, like I said in the beginning. Don't sit up there and speak ill on a situation. Send it love and healing, bless it for what it is, and go from there. And the reason why I say that is because when you have old conversations, you bring in, it's like you bring in the roosters hens to roost. That saying, bringing the hens to roost. You don't want to have old conversations. You don't want to deal with the past. And that's what this person has been doing. They've been holding on to the past, and therefore every time they see the people that they've been giving their power away to, they keep saying, you remember when this. And it's fine to live in that and to have that, but the trophies, everything about the style, nothing about this person has changed, and you're just like tired of it. So now, be impeccable with your word. Now I'm going to pull from the crystal deck to see what comes out, and then it's 35 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and end this. I thank you guys for everything. You remember red hearts if you made it through, purple hearts if it resonates, green hearts if you're working on it, and yellow hearts if you just rock with me, right? So 4 cards come out. The first one is grounding, Apache tears. It's dealing with your root chakra. It's about grounding, protecting, and healing. Your root chakra is your ability to survive, your stability, how stable you are, and how you ground yourself in times of chaos, right? The champagne tourmaline, facing issues, clearing, and stability. It says dealing with your root chakra again. So you're dealing with the way you survive through all of the bullshit, right? Your survival mode, the way that you're stable and you stabilize yourself in the time of need, crisis, and just being there for support, and how you ground yourself. Oh, wait, I didn't read the affirmation on the back. I am healing emotional wounds. So that's a good thing. You're healing emotional wounds. So facing issues, it says, I address issues and they are easily resolved. So when you're impeccable with your words, saying exactly how you feel, but not being facetious or not being hateful or hurtful when it comes to how you feel. So you can't just go out and say, you need to cut them damn braids off because you're too old for that shit. Or you need to get you a real family car. I don't know. You don't go and say that. Does that make sense? You have to ease into, well, and I watched something yesterday. What was it? It wasn't Horrible Decisions. It's their other one. See, the Thing Is podcast. It's on YouTube. But I watched a show that had a lady on there, and it was about relationships, kind of. And she said you have to ease into it, but say exactly what you want or something. It was really good show. But anyway, clear quartz amplifies, enhances, and heals. I have one of those, right? 2 of them actually right there. All chakras. This deals with your solar plex chakra, the optimism, the clarity, and your personal power. Sacral chakra, emotions, intimacy, and confidence. Your root chakra, survival, stability, and grounding. Your crown chakra, spirituality, selflessness, and wisdom. Your third eye chakra, intuition, perception, and understanding. Your throat chakra, communication and expression and trust. Your heart chakras, love, harmony, and forgiveness. And it says, I am radiant. I am radiant, being filled with all frequencies of light. So again, and also you cannot say your dirtbag friends aren't don't have shit. Why are you steady trying to prove to them? Or them people that you be around or your family don't, you can't say that either, because that just popped in my head, because those are probably some of the things that I wanted to say years ago. Anyway, Sugalite, the Sugalite. This deals with your karmic healing. See, this is what you need. So if you have to find a Sugalite, find it, okay? Karmic healing, understanding, and forgiveness. It deals with your crown, your third eye, and your heart chakra. It's so anyway, let me go back and say the crown chakra is your spirituality, your belief system, your selflessness, why you give to others wholeheartedly without expecting to receive the same yourself, but the wisdom that you gain over time by keep doing these same types of things, right? Your third eye chakra is your intuition. You are the one who knows. You are able to be someone who makes everyone feel important, look them through their eyes and make them feel understood. Your perception of a person and your understanding of a person is why people love you, but also why you get hurt so much. And your heart chakra deals with the way that you love, your harmony, and your forgiveness. You are able to forgive and be harmonious and love every situation until they prove you not to. And it takes years for somebody that you love to prove you and to have a realization. But it says, I send love and healing energy through all of my auroric field. So you're always sending love to people, but you just have to understand that sometimes it's made for you to let these energies go and not hold on to them, and take every lesson that a person gives to you and shows you and move forward. So now we're going to go ahead and release this old energy. I now let go of worn out conditions of lack, doubt, hate, negativity, procrastination, stagnation, sadness, generational curses, debt, bad energies, heartbreak, bad health, and addictions. And remember, addictions can be to a person, place, thing, or situation, especially old coping mechanisms. I love you guys.